going to travel really soon and I want to share my Micro Four Thirds travel camera and lens setup for travel photography. The main goal with today's setup is not the absolute best in terms of image quality and performance, since this is not a dedicated photography trip, this is just a casual vacation, but rather I want a minimalist, balanced, lightweight, compact setup that's versatile but still packs a lot of punch for capturing high quality travel photographs, and also a setup that's fun and inspiring to use. Hopefully I can inspire you guys with my travel photography setup so that you can apply what you learn in this video to your own setup. To give you guys a little bit of a context, the destination that I will visit is more of an urban kind of destination. It's not really a nature-oriented destination, and that means a lot of street photography, portrait, scenery photography, cityscape photography, food photography, product photography, that kind of stuff, but nothing like a full-blown landscape photography. So the gear choices will reflect these requirements. And in this trip, as I mentioned before, because this is not a dedicated photography trip, then my gear choices also will reflect that. I want something that is smaller, something that is more compact and lightweight, but still versatile enough to capture everything without the added bulk and weight. Anyway, if you guys are already following my channel, you might already know I'm a heavy Micro Four Thirds user, and that will be no surprise in this video. I will feature plenty of Micro Four Thirds cameras and lenses and some other accessories. But now let's start with the camera that I will bring for this trip. My primary camera for photography and a little bit of video will be this guy right here, the Panasonic Lumix GX850 or the GF9. In my personal opinion, the GX850 is the most sensible choice for this kind of travel photography requirements because it is very small, very compact, very lightweight. It is very easy to carry around. Just put it inside of a small sling bag and you'll be ready to capture all sorts of different kinds of photography and also a little bit of video. This camera features 16 megapixel Micro Four Thirds sensor without anti-aliasing filter, so the pictures coming out from this guy is quite sharp, quite punchy, and yeah, good image quality, especially considering that this is not a new camera. This is quite an old camera. But yeah, even in today's standard, I still think the pictures which you should see right now is more than good enough for my needs. In terms of features, the GX850 is actually quite a rudimentary camera. Manual control is pretty basic. There's only one control wheel over here to change your aperture or shutter speed or other settings. It's not really that convenient. The handle just sucks in my opinion. It's not really comfortable to hold for a long period of time. There's no in-body stabilizer, there's no viewfinder, but man, oh man, besides being a compact and lightweight camera, it is also a fun camera to shoot. It's just very inspiring, and for travel photography, I think this enjoyment factor is really important because otherwise you won't be motivated to take more pictures. I want you guys to take a look at this comparison right here. So over here we have my Panasonic Lumix G85. And this is such a nice camera. It has plenty of features. It has in-body stabilizer, weather sealing, a really nice viewfinder, and it's just great in terms of manual control. But this is so big and so heavy. I mean, it's not terribly heavy or terribly big. I can hold it over a long period of time with no problem, but compare it with the GX850. Oh my god, I'm more inclined to bring a smaller camera out for photography rather than bringing something that's big and bulky. Next, let's talk about lenses, and my primary lens for this trip will be this guy right here. This is the Panasonic Lumix 14mm f2.5. Why I will bring this lens on this trip? A few reasons. First, again, it is small, compact, lightweight. You will hear those three words repeatedly on this video. You better memorize it because I will say them a lot. But yeah, that's what I like about this lens, the compactness, because when it's small and lightweight, I will just be more inclined to bring it out. And then in terms of image quality, it is excellent in my opinion. The pictures look sharp, looks contrasty, and just very detailed. So in terms of image quality, I won't be worried using this lens at all. Autofocus is quite fast, especially for capturing moving subject. With my GX850, I don't think autofocus will be a problem. It is almost instantaneous in single autofocus, and it's quite accurate as well. Aperture f2.5. Yes, it's not the largest aperture in the world. Some lenses go down to f1.7 or even further, but I think 2.5 is more than enough to get slightly more blurry background and also to help in lower light condition. Focal length 14mm. That's quite a normal wide kind of focal length. Very similar focal length to the main camera of modern day smartphone. So yeah, that'll be very versatile and very flexible. So for capturing different kinds of photography needs, for street photography, for a little bit of scenery photography, I think I can do it all with just one focal length with this lens. Now some people might be asking, hey Gary, why don't you just bring a zoom lens instead? Yeah, for example, right here we have the Panasonic Lumix 12 to 32mm, an excellent kit lens. It's a zoom lens, so you can zoom anywhere from 12mm to 32mm, from normal wide to slightly telephoto in one small, simple, lightweight package. Great image quality as well. It is as sharp as the 14mm, but I just want a little bit of a challenge for myself using just one focal length, not being able to zoom. I have that little bit of healthy restriction. I think that will motivate me to become more creative, to take better shots. So I think that kind of restriction will help me to enjoy photography even more, even when doing travel photography. Again, as I mentioned, 14mm is a very similar focal length to the smartphone's main camera. So I want to make sure that I'm really pushing myself, be more creative, really squeeze every ounce of my creativity to be able to come up with pictures that significantly look better than the pictures taken using my smartphone. I'm really looking forward to doing this challenge, especially in the travel photography environment, because I think it will be more fun, it will be more inspiring for me, and hopefully it will make me a better photographer. Next lens is the Panasonic Lumix 20mm f1.7. So this will not be my main lens, this will be my supplemental lens, but I will still bring this lens for a few reasons. First reasons, you remember the three words? Yes, small, compact, lightweight. And then also image quality. This is one of the sharpest lens in Micro Four Thirds in my opinion. I'm not really worried when it comes to image quality with any Micro Four Thirds lenses. All of them are great. This one, the autofocus is a little bit slow. Not a big deal in my GX850. It is still more than fast enough. And in terms of aperture, this has larger f1.7 aperture, and it will help to create even more background blur and also to help in lower light situation. The focal length 20mm is a little bit more focused compared to the 14mm. This is not as flexible in my opinion compared to the 14mm because this is already not wide enough in my opinion, but this will be handy for things like street photography, for environmental portrait, for food photography, when you want to just focus more on the subject to get more of that isolation and more of that 3D pop. I think this lens will be beneficial. Not quite sure if I will use this lens frequently, but whenever I get the chance to use the 20mm, I always have a good time and I always get nice pictures. Next lens is this guy right here. This is the Panasonic Lumix 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6. Longtime viewers might already know that I will bring this lens whenever I travel, and for some nice reasons. So the first reason, you should already memorize those three words, alright? Repeat after me. Small, compact, lightweight. Anyway, this lens is like a pocketable 70 to 200mm lens for Micro Four Thirds. So with that focal length, this is a telephoto lens useful for capturing things that are far away. distant landscape or close-up detailed shots, things like that. This lens doesn't have large aperture, this only goes to f5.6, but it has optical stabilizer, which is a must in my opinion for a telephoto lens to help capture more stable image, especially when you zoom into 100mm, everything becomes really shaky and you really need that stabilizer. I'm not really quite sure if I really need to bring this telephoto lens for this particular trip. I don't really know if there will be any chance for me to capture distant landscape or detailed shots or things like that, but it is still a small and lightweight and compact lens, as I mentioned before, so it's very easy for me to travel around with this lens and to put it inside my bag. It's not heavy at all, it's not big, it's not gonna eat up the space inside of my small sling bag anyway. And in terms of image quality, this is excellent lens. It is very sharp, very detailed, everything looks really nice with this guy. Micro contrast is there, colors look nice, there's no flaw when it comes to the image quality of this particular telephoto lens. So that is my main Micro Four Thirds camera and lenses. Now I want to mention a non-Micro Four Thirds camera that I will bring on this trip, and it will be this guy right here. This is the DJI Osmo Action 4 action camera. So the reason why I want to bring this guy is to record a little bit of a vlog, for a little bit of a talking head video, and also for POV photography vlog that my channel is really known for. I will use this little camera together with this clamp right here. This is made by a company called Telesin, and I can just put the magnetic clip of the Osmo Action 4 over here on the clamp, and I can just stick it right here and I can clip it into my sling bag, which I would talk about really soon. But anyway, this camera I think is really nice for this kind of video needs because it has electronic stabilization, so I'm not really worried about damaging the gimbal or anything like that. This is weatherproof, and then the field of view is quite wide, quite nice. I always set it to rectilinear, so everything looks straight. There's no like a fish eye kind of look, that kind of thing. And I also enable like horizon steady to make sure that whenever I turn on the camera, everything will look leveled and not really wonky. Anyway, for my main audio setup, I will only bring this little mic right here. This is the DJI Mic 2 wireless lavalier microphone. This will be connected directly to the Osmo Action 4 wirelessly. So yeah, this will be clipped onto my shirt or something like that for better audio during POV photography vlog or for talking head video as well. Another non-Micro Four Thirds camera that I will bring on this trip is definitely my phone, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. This is not the newest or the greatest. The cameras are also not the best in the market, but for casual photography to supplement my Micro Four Thirds camera and lenses, and also for capturing B-rolls, videos, and just things that are not mission critical, I think this is more than good enough. It always shoots in JPEG, so I'm always ready to share it to my families and friends, and also in the social media. And also this will be my main communication device, editing device. It has Adobe Lightroom Mobile in it, and also for a little bit of video editing, if I must, I have some video editing software inside of this phone to carry all of my gear, my cameras, my lenses, my phone, my DJI Osmo Action 4. I will use this guy right here. This is a small sling bag from a company called Alpaka Gear, and this is the Alpaka Go Sling Mini. This is the older one. I think now they have the newer version of this little bag right here, but I don't have any problem with the older one. I'm just going to use it. But anyway, they used to sponsor my video in the past. Now they no longer sponsor my video, but I still have some links on the description below if you wanna purchase this bag from their website and to get a little bit of a discount. Anyway, this is not a camera bag. This is very inconspicuous, very stealthy. It doesn't really draw attention. It is also very small, compact, and lightweight. Even my bag needs to have those three words. Anyway, I put all of my cameras and lenses inside of this Alpaka Go Sling mini bag, and with the cameras and lenses inside, The bag still looks slim enough, it doesn't bulge, it doesn't look bulky, and it doesn't tell people that I'm carrying expensive cameras and lenses inside of this bag, which is really nice for travel. You don't want to attract attention, as I mentioned before, and this is still quite lightweight in my opinion. I don't think this is heavy at all, and I'm quite sure I will be able to carry this bag and everything inside for long periods of time with no problem during my trip. Hey friends, sorry for interrupting this video. Just a quick announcement, if you want to learn how to take better pictures, you should check out my course ebook called Simplifying Travel Photography. In this ebook, you will learn all the things that you need to know about travel photography and just photography in general. It is based on my 12 plus years experience as an enthusiast travel photographer after visiting more than 20 countries around the world. And that includes composition, layering, storytelling, camera settings, mastering your lenses and focal lengths, best travel cameras, best travel lenses, travel photography gear, and many more, including plenty of sample pictures. If you are interested in getting this ebook and you want to purchase it, you can go to this link right here or scan this QR code right here using your phone, or you can go to the description below. I will put the link there as well. By purchasing this ebook, you will greatly help me to continue making high quality photography content on this channel. Thank you, and now let's continue with the video. Anyway, that's all of the cameras and lenses and accessories that I will bring on my upcoming trip, and that wraps up today's video. Hopefully this has been interesting, fun, informative, and inspiring for you. Hopefully you can learn from my setup and be able to improve your travel photography camera and lens setup so that you can become more effective, efficient, you can reduce the weight and have more fun with your travel setup. Anyway, let me know down below on the comment what is your favorite travel camera. Also, if you have any question, please comment down below as well, and I will try my best to answer them. And also don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below, or if you want to support my channel even further, consider using the affiliate links on the description below, or use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.